Few novels make football feel nuclear. End Zone detonates both the gridiron and your nerves. Plot and setting football meets existential dread on a windy Texas campus. End Zone centers on Logos College, a fictional West Texas school. The terrain feels barren, flat, almost lunar in DeLillo's descriptions. Our narrator, Gary Harkness, transfers there seeking playing time and anonymity. Practices unfold under crushing sun, where silence seems louder than whistles. The upcoming rivalry game against Centrex Tech provides nominal stakes, yet action often pauses for verbal scrimmages about nuclear annihilation. DeLillo juxtaposes chalkboard diagrams with missile trajectories. Scenes shift abruptly from locker rooms to desert highways. Night practices accentuate isolation under buzzing floodlights. The narrative structure reflects football itself. Stop, huddle, explosive collision, regroup. Flashbacks reveal Gary's earlier breakdown at another college. Those flashbacks explain his fascination with ending things. Gary notes how humidity feels weaponized against lungs. Atmosphere remains claustrophobic despite wide-open plains. Nothing feels stable. Everything awaits a final horn. Plot ultimately matters less than the tension humming beneath each snap. Characters and voice Gary Harkness narrates like a linebacker lost in philosophy. He loves game film and war documentaries with equal intensity. His voice swings between comic detachment and genuine anxiety. Teammates become satirical archetypes rather than fleshed individuals. Defensive end. Taft Robinson studies malfunctions in language. Quarterback Minor is obsessed with calorie charts and popularity. Assistant coach Emmett holds film sessions bordering on religious ritual. Head coach Creed, aptly named, preaches purity of execution. Creed's speeches reduce morality to yardage, terrifying in their simplicity. Dialogue sounds clipped, almost coded, like playbook terminology. The women, especially cheerleader Myrna, appear briefly, yet critique masculine games. Gary's inner monologue steals the show with deadpan bleakness. He toggles between tactical details and apocalyptic fantasies. We witness camaraderie built on mutual fear of collapse. That contradiction generates dark humor and unexpected empathy. Readers sense a mind blitzing itself more than opponents. Characterization becomes a scrimmage of ideas rather than emotional catharsis. Themes and symbols. The novel tackles war, language, and entropy as violently as a blitz. Football becomes a miniature battlefield with clear lines and coded signals. DeLillo wrote during Vietnam, and nuclear dread saturates every huddle. Players chant weapon names like prayers before practice. Speech itself seems contaminated, breaking into fragments and slogans. Gary obsesses over the beauty of finality. Game over, world over. In one sequence, he lists synonyms for destruction, like a playbook. Entropy runs through cafeteria trays, film reels, even Texas air. Thermodynamics lectures echo in Gary's head during goal line stands. The desert setting underscores decay and heat death. Information overload foreshadows later DeLillo works like white noise. Humor surfaces when terror becomes too abstract to grasp. Laughs erupt from absurd wordplay, not slapstick. Violence happens mostly offstage, reinforcing the novel's anticipatory dread. Even scoreboards flicker like countdown clocks to oblivion. By championship day, concepts overshadow scores. End Zone argues language might destroy us before any bomb. Style and impact. DeLillo's second novel already flashes the later genius. Sentences cut short, then expand into poetic digressions. He mixes play-by-play cadence with philosophical riffs. Jargon becomes music. Silence becomes punctuation. The pacing may frustrate readers craving linear momentum. but rhythm mirrors scrimmage tempo, explosive, halted, reflective. Comic timing lands through unexpected word choices, never cheap jokes. Imagery leans minimalist, yet one phrase can light the whole field. He loves alliteration the way quarterbacks love audibles. DeLillo refrains from sentimental payoff. Instead, he leaves echoes, like crowd noise after lights shut down. Critics saw End Zone as uneven yet daring in 1972. DeLillo's sideline choruses sound like avant-garde theatre, not sports banter. Today, it feels eerily prophetic about sports infotainment culture. Reading now, you hear echoes of concussion debates and military metaphors. The book invites rereading because subtext hides under every down marker. At 246 pages, it still leaves mental bruises long after closing whistle. Check the full analysis in our linked article for deeper drills into End Zone.